Jim, could I ask you about managing the aftermath of Ulster? It's obviously very different from when you won 10 years ago. Such a quite tight turnaround. You spoke at the homecoming about the levels being here, and after they went Ulster, it's up to here. How did you manage it, given the fact that you had an All-Ireland round-robin series game, not a knockout qualifier 2 weeks later?
How did I manage?
The energy levels, I suppose, in the group and being able to get everything right for Tyrone.
Well, listen, there was a lot of commentary during the week about our energy levels, but there's nothing wrong with our energy levels. We were looking forward to the game. People sort of had the opinion that Ulster would have taken a while out of us. We felt that that it was just fantastic to get over the line in Ulster, and that we would be buoyed by that. And I think we played tonight for the first time all year with that sort of sense of energy and abandonment at times, because we won Ulster. So I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that commentary really. It's a joy and a privilege to be Ulster champions, and we really enjoyed winning it, and we really enjoyed the celebration afterwards. And you could only take energy from that. I think you could only take energy for that. So it was never a negative for us, and so it's difficult to get the head around that one.
You've mentioned abandonment and playing with a bit of freedom tonight a few times. Did you feel like that while the lads were getting the job done, that sometimes the shackles were on a little bit?
Yeah, well, the thing about the Ulster Championship is you're never over the line until you're over the line. And that's the reality, and everybody is so desperate to get over the line. It's really, really difficult and really, really challenging. And we had a massive battle with Derry, the same with Tyrone and the same with Armagh. But it's gone now, it's gone, and it sort of disintegrates, and the All-Ireland series opens up, and it was a different game today, and I would expect the same to happen next week. It'll be a different type of football and different type of game. And we have to get our heads around that and sort of go with that now, and sort of ride that wave as much as we can. But the ground zero for us will always be the Ulster Championship, and it's always the number one competition. Now that it's done and we've managed to achieve that goal, then now we just have to throw ourselves into this next phase of the championship. And there's 2 phases left, and we're in the first game of the second last phase, and that's where we're at. And we just have to just keep going and try and enjoy it.
Last one for me. You rushed out for recovery. Are ice creams a big part of the recovery?
Ice. It's a twofold. It's ice baths and ice cream. And if you get sort of plenty of ice cream in the building, they tend to enjoy the ice baths much more.
Sorry, Jim, last thing. Have you had to deal with or had to speak to the players about what is basically Beatlemania in terms of the post-match stuff? It was crazy after those finals, crazy in Celtic Park. You got the players whisked off the other day. Is it not an issue as such, but it's something that you're having to learn to deal with?
I don't think so, no, because this time last year, everybody would have, taken their hand off for that moment, and so we just have to go with it now. They have to enjoy it. There's so many children in that stadium tonight. It was crazy, and the more we can do nights like tonight, there's children sitting in the stand looking in, thinking, I want to be Dara Wheeler, I want to be Ryan McHugh, I want to be Keelan McGuinness, and that is the way the next generation. That's why, in my opinion, Kerry have been so successful, because there's always those role models constantly coming into the lives of young children that say, okay, if he can do it, maybe I can do it. And maybe sometimes they're living in the same locality, and makes it more real, more plausible. So for us, that's definitely not a negative. That's very much a positive, and hopefully there's another couple of days in us in the summer as well.